Hey Club Scrappers, this is Tricia coming to you again from the warehouse in Neenah, Wisconsin. And wherever you are, I hope you're doing well. This is the beautiful April Hello Sunshine collection, and these pages could not have come at a better time when we all just need a little cheering up. So I hope that Club Scrap delivers a couple of smiles to your face today as we work on putting our pages together. So I've got everything ready to go, and I hope you do as well. First of all, I've printed my instructions. You don't need to print them. You can just look at them on a tablet or your laptop or another electronic device if you'd like. And I have my accordion pocket file ready to keep me organized, and I'll just slide that under the base of my trimmer here. And then of course I have the collection, which includes the pre-cut photo mats, a beautiful batch of ribbon, always carefully hand selected, and then I've got a whole bevy of fun goodies and embellishments, a sheet of our very own in-house designed stickers, and our paper collection. So as we do with pretty much every kit, is we'll start out by taking those photo mats and we'll sort them into the pockets according to the layout on which they'll be used. So to figure out what that is, I'll turn to my pages here of instructions, and looks like we need 2 black photo mats added to pocket 1 and 2. And then let's take 1 light yellow photo mat. So you'll notice there are 2 shades of yellow, and then in this collection also a shade of orange. So just to keep that straight, 1 light yellow into the pocket for 3 and 4, and then all 3 of the dark yellow photo mats, also pocket 3 and 4. Next, we'll take the remaining 2 light yellow photo mats and the final black photo mat and pocket that in 5 and 6. And it looks like we also have a white photo mat in pocket 5 and 6. And lastly, the 2 white photo mats in pocket 7 and 8. All right, then, as is our protocol, the next thing we'll do is sort our paper into the order in which we'll trim it. And by the way, I just want to pause and give a warm shout out and welcome to our members that joined us when they met with Karen, Rita, and Emma back at the St. Louis show, so far the only expo of the year. And also a special welcome to those of you who found out about us at the fun Ohio virtual expo. So that was a great time, and I hope that some of you have made it here. Okay, so what we're going to do is put these papers into the order in which we'll trim them. So we start out by taking that beautiful sun print, just take 1 of them and then put it face down on your trimmer base, and then reach for the striped print, take only 1 of those and put it face down. Then find a black plane, both of them actually, so take 2 black planes and place those on your trimmer base. Then we will move on to our cut aparts. Those are usually sorted or collated at the bottom of the stack. And we'll begin with this one that has today is perfect. So put that face down, followed by these strips, and pocket full of sunshines on this one, put that face down. Then we're gonna sort the remainder of our plain and printed papers in a strategic order. So we will start with 1 stripe print face down, a light yellow plain, 1 sun print also face down, another light yellow plain, 2 of the orange planes. Now this paper is actually what we would call 80-pound cover weight. It's the same weight as many of the other papers in your kit, but the reason it feels so much different is because it's been really pressed, and you can kind of see that in the texture of this paper. Fun fact. Okay, and then finally 2 dark yellow planes. Now take the whole stack you've sorted and turn it right side up, and now our papers are ready to go for trimming. And I'm going to turn to page 2 of my instructions to guide you through that process. All right, let's take that sun print. We'll place it into the trimmer so that this big sun is on the left edge, and we'll cut it 8.5. Remember to stabilize, and then we'll slide down to 5, stabilize and cut. Now this large sun piece here, we're going to file that in pocket 1 and 2, and then pick up the very next strip. And it doesn't really matter which direction. I'm going to place this into my trimmer with this corner of the sun on the right. A lot of that's going to be removed. So we'll cut at 11.5. I'm sorry, 11.25. That won't matter if you already cut at 11.5. 11.25, then 7.5, and 3 3/4. Okay, all 3 of these rectangles, pocket 5 and 6. This other long piece with the sun on the corner, we'll put that in 1 and 2. And grab that striped print. Place it into the trimmer so the stripes are running vertically, and give that a trim at 7 inches. Both of these pieces are used in layouts 3 and 4. Take just one of the black plain, and we're going to make a series of paper ribbons here. So a lot of big numbers resulting in a lot of small pieces. We'll cut at 11 3/4, 11 1/2, 11 1/4. Then we're going to slide down to 10 1/2, 9 3/4, 7 3/4, and 4 1/4. We're going to rotate that 4 1/4 inch piece. We'll cut out 11 1/2 and 5 3/4. Grab those 2 rectangles that are the same size and put them in pocket 1 and 2. This is a scrap. The other piece I have as a scrap is here from the white print. Okay, now grab the next strip of black that you have. It should be 3 1/2 by 12. We'll make 3 cuts here. The first one is at 9 1/2, 7, and 3 1/2. All of the pieces you made, there should be two each of 2 different sizes, 3 and 4. The next larger strip, 5 and 6. We have 2 3/4 by 12s, 1 and 2. And then we have a bunch of really skinny guys. All right, so just 3 of them. So take 2 of them. Those will go in 3 and 4. And the final strip, 7 and 8. Okay, right along here we go with the other black plain at 10 1/2, 9, and 4 1/4. We're going to rotate the 4 1/4 inch piece and cut at 6. Take this one piece and put it in pocket 1 and 2, and the other, like it, goes in 7 and 8. Grab the next strip. This is currently 4 3/4 by 12, and we'll trim that at 11 1/4, 7 1/2, 3 3/4. Gather up those 3 pieces that are the same size. They all go in 7 and 8, and there's going to be a small scrap resulting from that trim. The last 2 pieces both go in pockets 7 and 8. Now, if you're brand new to this and you're like, Tricia, slow down. That is way too fast. I apologize for you, it being too fast for you. However, don't be discouraged, because in no time at all, you're going to be like, Tricia, you can go ahead and speed up. I know the drill. Come on, let's go. So I try to balance that out for all of you. And if you are lost, basically you can look at page 2 of your instructions. Everything that I just did is right here, so you can slow down and just read those numbers one at a time. When I'm teaching in a workshop and I have to slow my pace down substantially, I use a bookmark to just keep track of where I am. Okay, now we're going to take these cut aparts, and if you're brand new, there is a little registration mark or a trimming guide to help you figure out how these pieces get trimmed apart. I don't have those specific measurements for you, but I will give them to you as we trim this together. So place this into the trimmer with the striped borders on the right, and our first cut will be at 10 3/4. And we'll slide down to 9 1/2. And I'm just lining up those marks with the edge of my trimmer blade. I'll slide down to 7 3/4. And finally, 4. Okay, so rotate this strip, placing the narrowest piece on the right that says Sunny, Sunny, Sunny Days, D-A-Z-E. You know, now that I think of that, I don't believe I used this. I must have accidentally pitched it. So it's not on the pages, but we'll trim it and maybe find a home for it anyway. So 11 1/2, and this next trim is at 5 3/4. Okay, this piece, so bright we gotta wear shades, that's 7 and 8. And then this one with the frame, pocket 1 and 2. Sunny days, breaking the clouds away. Here, you could just put that wherever you want. I'll file it in, let's see, it's kind of got an orangey look to it. I think I'm going to put this in pocket, let's see, you can just improvise with me, right? 3 and 4. Put it in 3 and 4 and we'll find a home for that. Okay, then the next strip that we've trimmed, but put it in the trimmer with Hey Daisy on the right, and we'll cut out 11 again. 11. and 8 1/4, 5 1/2, 2 3/4. All right, today is perfect. Pocket 5 and 6. Keep your face always toward the sunshine, 3 and 4. Journaling prompt, 3 and 4. Beautiful memories, 3 and 4. What's going on in there? And Hazy Daisy, 3 and 4. Look at that. Okay, now here's some borders. Sunny Day, that's 1 and 2. And then we should have 2 striped strips for 7 and 8. Say that 3 times fast. Okay, now we're going to take our other sheet of cut aparts. Make sure your border strips are on the right. We'll trim those off first. And our first number is 10 1/4. And slide down to 8 1/2. 8. 7 1/2. 6 3/4. And 3 1/2. I was rotating counterclockwise, I think, as a pattern to get those narrower strips on our right. And we'll trim off Oopsie Daisy at 10 1/2, 7, and 3 1/2. These two squares, I believe, they go into pockets 7 and 8. And then the piece with the word shines, 3 and 4. Oopsie Daisy, 1 and 2. Pick up your next strip. You're getting the routine here. Trim this off, and that's going to be, that's reading in a very odd measurement of like 11 3/8. It's not going to matter. Okay, then trim at 8 3/4. And around 6. Here comes the sun, pocket 5 and 6. It's a good day to be happy, 7 and 8. This little frame with journaling prompts, 1 and 2. And this guy I did not use. You Are My Sunshine, 5 and 6. You have 2 sun borders. They're real skinny. Those go in 1 and 2. I think I missed that. We have this Wordless Suns, 7 and 8. And fell behind my little file here. 7 and 8 with those. And then this other strip that says All Our Days Are Sunny Side Up, that goes in pocket 5 and 6. And yay! That is the end of our trimming phase, and let's dry fit these layouts together. Okay, at this point, I have turned to page 4 of my instructions. I'm looking at the bottom image for layouts 7 and 8, because during this process, we will build our layouts from layout number 8 up to layout 1, so when we've finished placing everything without adhesive, we can start going back from layout 1 to 8 by gluing everything in place and then adding pictures as you go if you'd like. So layout 7 and 8 has 2 sheets of paper for the left and right base, and those 2 sheets should be the next pieces in your stack that we organized earlier. So what I do is have a stack and slide method here. I'm going to keep the majority of my, or the entire stack of paper left of my center of my workspace. Then simply take the top sheet and slide it over. So now layout 7 and 8 base are right in front of me. Once I place again, without adhesive, the pieces that belong in these layouts, all I need to do is slide, this is the base for layout 7, to the right, and then slide, and then I've got the layouts bases for 5 and 6 right in front of me. So that's kind of how this works, the stack and slide method. Okay, so the first thing we'll need to do is take everything out of 7 and 8. Now sometimes I accidentally take things out of pocket 1 and 2 because I'm just starting out and I go to the front, but just start at the back. So let's start out with maybe these 3 black mats. These are pretty recognizable, and they should fit in a nice little row across the top. And remember, when you're adhering your pieces, your photo mats, use that grid ruler to keep things level and centered. Then we're just going to take this strip right here and subdivide the space between the mats and the strip with this black narrow, it's a quarter inch by 12 piece. Now, there should be a black mat in here that will fit perfectly with this cut apart, which I will then place sort of on top of this. I did make a really lovely bow to add to this area. And then we've got 2 of these squares. Now this one I kind of tucked, I think I might have tucked it behind there, I'm not sure, pocket full of sunshine and smile, just to kind of get everything fit into place there. Then on the left side of the layout, you're going to have these nested border strips. So we'll take one of the stripes and we should have a mate for that. And then another stripe with a mate for the bottom, and in between we'll place 2 white vertical mats along with a cut apart there. Now you'll see a lot of other things on my finished layout sample, and some of those things came from the sheet of stickers. So on this particular one, I used "Laughter is the Sunbeam of the Soul" across the top of this page and added some of these little cute little daisies from the sheet also to the layout. So these you can use at your discretion, of course, but I have plenty of ideas for you. I also used a couple of buttons on this layout. In fact, I think I used all of them. And what I liked about these is I was able to tie each button with some wax linen thread. I think I sewed it right onto the layout, and that just kind of gives it a nice little finishing touch there. Without further ado, I think we'll take a look at those finished layouts. So this was layout 8, where I added that beautiful bow out of this cottony ribbon, and it lays really nice. I didn't wrap anything, I just made a standalone bow. Here's a little sticker that's been added. Another sticker, and the word "smile" has also been added to this journaling prompt. And yes, I did tuck the pocket full of sunshine right underneath those mats. Then on the companion page, you can see all the stickers have been added. They look so sweet, and here are those wax linen wrapped buttons. So I literally sewed it on, bringing the needle through, keeping the ends on the front, and then tying the ends into a bow. Also finished that off by using bookbinding glue and a needle tip applicator to attach the word "darling" to the left side of the page. Here on the back you can see where I sewed the buttons in place after the layout had been completely assembled. Now let's slide. I'm going to remove these buttons to keep the dimension at bay, and I'm going to slide this layout number 7 on top of 8, and then slide this page over, and the sun will go in the lower, on the right edge in the lower corner. Then I'll take everything out of pocket 5 and 6. We'll get things started by placing our 2 light yellow photo mats into this right side, and that helps carry over the base color of paper on the left. And then we have a vertical black photo mat. I did something really fun with that spot, and a nice border strip across here. Now above that I added some gingham. Oh my gosh, that is so cute. Some gingham ribbon, and let's see, and also this cut apart here. Now this looks like a sticker in a way, but all I did was take detail scissors and trimmed out the shape. It was a quick job, not a big deal. That was added. And then also some of the daisy stickers that are on the sheet were placed on the bottom half. Okay, now on the left, we should have 3 of these printed, they have like sunbeams on them, which I think is really pretty. And I have this going across the top of the page. You can really go in any order you want, because the idea here would be to put pictures on top of these places, but if you don't have pictures, it'll still look nice. Then I used a daisy sticker border. How about a black wide strip that nests beautifully with "All our days are sunny side up." Then here comes the sun wrapped with some gingham ribbon and a white photo mat. Here is layout 6 all finished, and I even added a cute resin daisy right here on top of the cut apart, and look at that sweet daisy chain down below here. Now look how the sun is sitting in the foreground. This is a very common trick I do all the time, but I placed the photo mat where I wanted it to live, and then just marked where the sun reached the edge of the mat, and then came through with a craft knife on a cutting mat to just cut the beams of the sun so I could slide the picture behind it. So look at it from the back. There's the other corner of my photo mat hidden behind the sun. Okay, then here's the other completed page. Check out those sweet daisy stickers here, also the happiness sticker, and some more resin daisies if you'd like to use those, plus a little bow of the gingham ribbon. Now we'll slide. This is layout 5. Now don't be concerned about, like, let's say you load this back into the bag it came in and all the things fall to the bottom of the bag. Not a big deal. At least things will be where they're going to be. It's super easy to put that back together when you're ready to adhere things. All right, now I have the base for layouts 3 and 4. Did you see the stack and slide happen? And I'm going to take out the contents of pocket 3 and 4. We got some pretty big pieces in there. We'll probably place those first. Now let's just make sure you have everything out of the pocket, because sometimes I teach a workshop and then afterwards a student in a future class comes to me and said, "What is this doing here?" All right, so the cute striped print. The wide half goes flush with the edge at the center on the right, and then the narrow piece goes flush with the center at the left. And let's use these sweet little black strips to differentiate our space on the page that we're creating. Now I typically adhere this, and then I come through with my needle tip applicator and apply a thin bead line of glue into this spot and plop it down. Now there are all kinds of other adhesive solutions for this, up to really skinny score tape, but I find economically that's a very quick, easy, and inexpensive way to adhere something small like that. Okay, then across the top on the right, I have calculated out the most ideal size for some smaller accent photos. So I have 2 of these larger squares placed opposite of each other, and then 2 smaller rectangles opposite, and then in the middle we can add this darker yellow photo mat, and it creates this really nice put together area. Then vertically on the right edge, you're going to take your light yellow, and if you have a moment, feel free to trim that out if it's cut apart. Otherwise, just place it on there. It looks great just as it is. And our Hey Daisy is going to be down here at the bottom. Now on the left side of this layout, I used a sticker to create my title. So we'll add that later. And then 2 vertical mats. Now again, this is a time where unintentionally creating an unattractive tangent can happen. So when you angle 2 photo mats, make sure that they overlap slightly. So this would be a tangent. So bring them together and offset them vertically a little bit, and then you avoid the tangent. Okay, then tuck this behind the photo mat. We have 2 pieces of the same size lining up nicely, kind of in this bottom corner. And then of course we can add our sunny, sunny, sunny days. That'll look cute right there, even though it's not on my final sample. Speaking of, here is layout number 4. And just a really nice way to add ribbon to a layout without adding dimension is to simply cut off a small piece, wrap it around the corner, tape the ends on the back. I've added a couple of stickers and then my sunshine word tile right over here, laser cut wood. And for layout 3, oh, it's just so sweet. Here's our sticker. Love that shape. It just adds so much. Tucked another sticker kind of behind here. Created another really sweet bow from that gorgeous orange ribbon, and also made a small loop and put it behind the journaling prompt right here. Continuing with the stack and slide, I'll bring the base of 3 on over and then do 1 more slide. And now in front of me, the base for layouts 1 and 2. Take everything out of the pocket. Everything. Woo! That's a good thing. That means we're almost kicking this out. All right, so left edge, we've got this gorgeous portion of that sun print, which I love, love, love. That was the first print Jacqueline designed in this collection, and she sent it over to me, and I'm like, I love it. I just love it. Okay, so here's another section. So we're going to do this little spacing divider and nest that with our suns. S-U-N, suns. Aww. Okay, now 2 larger vertical mats right here, and we should have 2 smaller ones that fit perfectly within this space. Lovely. Now over here we have a mat mate for this guy, and I think I used a sticker. It's called Get Your Shine On. It is placed right here. Then our Sunny Days border. Trim this out with a detail scissors, and then this as well, and it creates a nice finishing touch to that layout there in the left corner. Here is layout 2 with all of its stickery glory. So it's fun. This sun comes separates out from the word Hello Sunshine, the word. So this is one individual sticker, and then the sun is the other. Just kind of take your time peeling the backing away for that beautiful sun image, and then place that right here, a couple of daisy stickers to finish things off. And here's layout number 1, all completed with my fussy cutting done on these objects here in the lower right corner to finish this off beautifully. I just didn't have the heart to cover up my sun, but of course you can add pictures there as well. Well, thanks so much for joining me on this page making journey. I hope it brought a little joy to your day. And I also want to invite you to join me at the Hello Sunshine card making workshop. And if I don't see you there, I'll see you right back here next month.